There's one specific thing that Shiba Inu and meme coins in general are waiting for. But the problem is, if you're waiting for this to happen, you're already late to the game. You're already missing out on the big opportunities. And right now, SHIB, I think, is in a huge opportunity zone. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And we're starting to do a couple very good things in terms of SHIB. And ETH may have just done something that we've been waiting for it to do all along. We're going to talk about that as well as the good fundamentals that continue to be prevalent for Shiba Inu. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at SHIB right now, we're starting another green day. Exciting sign. We're up about 1.25% after coming off of a 1.25% day yesterday, again, touching the bottom of our trend. And it's looking like SHIB again wants to attack the top of its trend and attempt a little bit of a breakout. And you know, we need to see a certain thing happen today for us to do that. In fact, I would love to see SHIB over these next 2 days try to attack the corner of this descending wedge and long-term trend again. That is 100% possible. This is only a 3.5% move? Like 4% mover-ish or so for Shiba Inu to do that. And frankly, again, the thing that SHIB is going to try to attack is this 20-day moving average. All right. This continues to drop. This continues to be a focal point of resistance for SHIB, same as it is for Ethereum. And, you know, frankly, every single time ETH has breached these levels or touched the top of its trend here, harsh rejection, harsh rejection, harsh rejection. And the problem is that ETH has just showed weakness and weakness and weakness. And I'm not even talking about just in terms of a price standpoint. I'm talking about in terms of an ETH BTC standpoint. This is the ugliest chart I've ever seen. So ETH BTC during this market cycle, and actually since basically the early part of 2021, has fallen off significantly versus BTC. It's actually been a parabolic downward trend. And guys, this is specifically why meme coins have not done incredible things yet in this market cycle. In fact, meme coin overall market cap has dropped from almost $130 billion down to $54 billion. Now, big question is, did we just reach our meme coin bottom? That is potentially the case here. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case for sure. Obviously, the dip that we experienced yesterday was some of the lower lows we've seen here in the latter part of this market cycle, and not even middle, we'll call it middle part of the market cycle. And that touched all the way down at almost $54 billion. We're currently sitting at $55 billion. We're trying to find our way for the day. We're seeing some green across meme coins in general, which is a great sign. SHIB up 4.3% over the last 24 hours. And you can see that's pretty much in line with everything else. Nothing's really separating too much here. And it's because what we've been really waiting for is a bottom on this ETH BTC chart. We've been waiting for a bottom on Ethereum in general. Now, we did get a very strong bounce off of 2000 in terms of ETH yesterday, which was a very exciting sign. If it broke structure, I know some people were talking about like 1600 to 1200 ETH. That would not be good. That would be very, very detrimental to the price of SHIB. Luckily, ETH has had a strong bounce. The market's having a nice bounce right now. And in fact, ETH BTC did something very interesting here. So it's actually in line with what we did last market cycle, right as ETH BTC started to heat up in a big way. So this isn't my positive spin, just something I noticed in the charts here. When we look at these exact price levels that ETH BTC is at, I don't know if you guys can see that red line. There we go. So this exact price level that ETH BTC is at currently, if we look back, last market cycle, actually the prior market cycle, as we were going into the bear market, we actually saw December of 2018 and then again in May of 2019, ETH BTC actually hit pretty crucial support at these levels and have a very strong bounce to the upside. Now, yes, we did have a drop off, a continuation of that trend because we were entering a bear market cycle. We're not entering a bear market cycle right now. And in fact, what I found very interesting was that even as ETH BTC bottomed and started to run, we came back down to test these exact levels. And what's strange here is right now, ETH BTC is coming down to retest these exact levels. And it's basically doing kind of a little bit of a double tap, similarly to what it did in what month of 2021? Look at that, December into January, right as we started to hit a little bit of a run in the crypto market. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to face retracements or that this is the bottom or anything like that, but it's very interesting to note that ETH BTC is hitting some of these crucial levels, and it looks like it's trying to find a little bit of strength here. Now, the good news is that ETH buying continues to take place. We're seeing strong signs there. And again, this video isn't all about ETH. This does relate back to SHIB. We're seeing ETH buying take place in a big way. And this is good because we need to see that confidence resume for Ethereum. And when Ethereum does start making some major moves, if you guys haven't noticed, huge correlation with meme coin performance. As ETH is pumping and surging and doing well, meme coins begin to get excited. Retail begins to get excited. And the big thing that we're waiting for in this market is excitement. You guys have to remember, even though we're seeing some pump across the crypto market, we take a look at the overall fear greed index, we're still in this fearful range. Sentiment across the market, frankly, is still kind of shit. All right. Excuse me being blunt, but that's where we're at. Retail's not super excited. And you might wonder where all this capital that was in meme coins is sitting. Guys, it's sitting on the sidelines. It's waiting right here. We're still at about 5% USDT dominance, which is incredibly high for this point in a market cycle, in this cycle in general. All right. Now, the good news is that if this continues, if we continue to see BTC crush some of the shorts and try to push towards 100K, if we see ETH start to heat back up and maybe push back to about 2,600 or so, you're probably going to see meme coins get a little lively. We're probably going to see SHIB break out and try to push some of these top of these trends. That would not be surprising at all. And at the same time, we're probably talking about a USDT dominance drop down to about 4.5%. Now, understand that things have to continue working the right way for us to get to those levels. It's all a process. Unfortunately, it sucks. It's long. It will wear you down. All right. And Shiba Inu holders have been beat down in a big way. Now, the good thing is that we're still seeing conviction from SHIB holders, right? 570 billion SHIB added by whales yesterday. Another great sign, another day in the continuation of accumulation that we're seeing by whales. And there is eventually going to be a moment where this chart does break. We saw it wanting to break actually back here. Unfortunately, we know that Ethereum dumped and everything dumped. And, it unfortunately drug Shiba Inu back down to the bottom of its trend. But it's showing all the signs of wanting to run. And there's going to be a moment where that does in fact break. And SHIB starts to make this move. And where retail gets excited and we start to see adoption take place from the capital outside the space. It's all a process. It's all a cycle we have to go through, right? And the good news is that it looks like we're starting to see that little shift in the cycle where retail sentiment, even though it's down low, it looks like it's bottomed and it's starting to improve. And if we continue to get good news, specifically jobs report, crypto summit, CPI report, FOMC meeting, things like that, that is where we might start to get just a little bit of relief. Now, what we're also seeing as well, just to kind of go off on a little bit of a tangent here, is that the likelihood for an interest rate decrease actually in, I believe it was May, has in fact increased to about 50%. So we're starting to see this move towards interest rate declines and quantitative easing. It's actually approaching very quickly. And those are things where, again, you're going to start to see more capital in people's pockets, where they're going to start spending on more speculative assets. For example, DXY, very heavily on the drop. 10-year bond yields heavily on the drop. These are all things where people start to move their capital again back towards more speculative assets. So all we need right now from Shiba Inu is just conviction. All we need it to do is just basically hold its ground, because there's going to come a moment where the market starts heating up and SHIB will start going on a run once again. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.